Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 23 minutes past 8. As the Leitrim might describe it, as a sort of a draughty sort of an evening in the west of Ireland. Heaviest showers in places today, but a sort of dark and misty this evening. You'd want your cap and your coat, and there was a man ringing me earlier looking for an umbrella. He was going to a football match. He was passing by my house. I think he was going to Longford, to the Longford Wicklow match, and he required it, but I was gone out at the time. It's a busy sort of a day. I got a lot of, I'd call it Good Samaritan stuff done today. A lot of stuff. Got nothing done for myself. Didn't even get the dinner yet. But we'll have a quick bit to eat now. We might gather maybe 2 or 3 pints of creamy porter tonight. I didn't see any of the GA matches, but listened to them on the radio. Had Midwest on, and I had Galway FM. So 2 good wins for the West. I had a tenner on Mayo at 3-1. Just put it on. I thought they might surprise the books today, and they did. But Kerry will be waiting in the long grass, no doubt, later on for other big matches. I don't know how the other matches done. I see Leinster got hijacked again in the last couple of minutes, similar to last year. The Raj is a great man, isn't he? Munster will be happy this evening. Made a few pounds today, as a friend of mine used to say to me years ago, as long as I don't lose me bollocks on a Saturday, I'll be all right. So we haven't done that. But a couple of places, as per Durrami was placed there at 7 o'clock at 10-1. I was saying last night I'd be sweeter on him if it was 3 miles too. He was staying on. But could have put him into the race a bit sooner. Because the winner was stepping up from 2.5 miles for the first time, just to test him. So made a bit of profit, and went against Modern Games. We're back to the Breeders' Cup. I thought maybe my Prospero might be readier. Will win a Group 1, I would say, all right. The 2 sprinters ran too keen. Eminency and Albaraz. What happened there? And Arnap went in. Mons to Sarab. That opened up at 7-2 yesterday evening. It was 2-1 last night, I think, when I done the video. It was 6-4, I think, returned, or it was 11-8 or something. So, not too bad. Anyway, tomorrow, for anyone that might be looking, I gave money to the Injured Jockeys Fund recently, but I couldn't get to my usual route of just giving. So I found Enthuse. I never heard of them before. Somebody that might be checking. Somebody have a look and check to see is there something up. Enthuse, Enthuse. Never heard of them before. I don't know what happened with Just Giving. I was waiting to see there for a few days. Would it come up, but it didn't. But I sent it off there 2 or 3 days ago. Tomorrow. We have a sprint, the Soul Power, called after the great sprinter of Eddie Lynham's. I wonder if you pounded him a few times, with Richard Hughes just ride him. And he was winning the Group 1s when he was 7 and 8 years of age. It's a great little race tomorrow, 5 furlongs. Good to firm in places. I prefer more cut in the ground for our buddy Moss Tucker. But he seems to have improved this year, besides last year. We had great fun with him last year. Won a few races. I think he won first 3 times. The last one was, I think it was in Limerick for the Munster National, the day that he won in October. Listed race of the Curragh. That was soft to heavy. Back again then, first run in a listed race. He died a death in the last 100 yards behind Tenebrism. But then, given Tenebrism £3 the last day, and he's £6. He should be getting 6, so he was £9 wrong. And he went out and blazed a trail from the get-go, and he wasn't snug enough. I'll show it in a minute. Monista, it's the first run for Joseph O'Brien. It was bought for 850,000 out of Jack Davison's yard. That's well in at the weights too, but it's entered in a few Group 1s. So will it be primed and ready to rock tomorrow is the thing. Is entered in the Greenfield in a couple of weeks' time. The Temple Stakes, the King's Stand and the Jubilee. So they might be the aims. And it's the first run for Joseph O'Brien as well. So he just mightn't be fully tuned up tomorrow. The one that probably is and is £3 well in is Ladies' Church. It was second in Medan in a Group 2, and then in Dalquoz the last day. It was drawn sort of the wrong side. But that is everything in his plate. But for our buddy Moss Tucker, he beat Monista last year. Like, he finished in the Prix de l'Abbé, was 5th, and he was 40-1 into 16s that day. One of the best races he ran actually last year. He was 3rd in Tipperary. He was beaten a nose and a nose. That was a great race that day. And T Spirit that won it. But it's T Spirit's first run this year. Adrian Nicholson did it over. Needed their couple of runs last year. Started off handicap, and I think it won off 71. Won off 71 originally. So, grand little race tomorrow. But Moss Tucker, this was him.
The final furlong, and it is Tenebrism quickening up in the centre. Moss Tucker is rallying. It's these two, 150 yards to go. Moss Tucker is holding Tenebrism as they go to the line, and Moss Tucker it is who wins the Woodland Stakes, beating Tenebrism by 2 lengths. Coachello in 3rd.
So hopefully he'll put it up to them tomorrow. One of my favourite bus horses of all time. We were struggling last night to get something for tomorrow. Picked him in a chase for the National Hunt Enthusiasts. I picked out Sheldon. This is back to a Class 4. The last 3 runs were Class 3. We seen him the last day. He was behind Triple Trade. We were on Triple Trade that day, but it was a bit short for him, I thought, the race. His only trip to Stratford, he won before in his first go over fences. And he beat that Heltenham, who was a decent horse, better by 14 lengths. But the last day he was running, we were on triple time. And he was in second place. That's him in the noseband there. But before that, his jumping technique was brutal. He wasn't lifting his knees properly at all. And I don't know how he stayed up. Let me see, can we get it? Might be too long.
Little Bundoran and family business as they come towards the first of the fences over on the far side. Rouge Vif again jumps in well.
His knees.
Light and Strike in second, then Slatehouse in third. Still poised is Sheldon in fourth in those very light colours as they come towards the next. Rouge Vif still with the advantage. Two in second position. Oh, a bad mistake there.
That's it there.
Light and Strike was in second position. Sheldon has been relegated to fourth or fifth now after that error. Slatehouse creeps a bit closer. One that's getting a lot closer is Iconic Muddle as they come to the next. Another open ditch. Rouge Vif.
See the way he pinged the disc.
Jacket.
He learned his
Sheldon in
lesson.
second, Triple Trade in third. Nice jump from the leader, Light and Strike, then fenced fluently.
He made a hooer out of that as well.
Between the second last and the last, a furlong and a half left to go, and his Triple Trade, patiently ridden, has now breezed into the lead and goes on very quickly by 4 or 5 lengths. Final fence now, Triple Trade a little bit circumspect at it, but it doesn't matter. Well clear of the field now to Light and Strike, who's been tied in second. Sheldon is battling on in third, but racing up towards the line. Triple Trade clearly in very good form at the moment, smuggled into the race and wins it well. Tight for second, Light and Strike just gets the better of Sheldon, who finished in third.
He was running on well to the line. I don't know how he stayed up that time, but he made it. If he could learn how to jump properly, and he did jump better before, and the extra distance, he's carrying a bit of weight, extra weight, because he's down in class tomorrow. But good bit of money there in the last while for Jollymaker, for John, Joe and JP. But that's a bet, Sheldon. And then we go to a horse that won us a few pounds the last day. Zarak the Brave put it up as without the favourite, which was Lossymouth in Punchestown. Goes back to France. It was run on the flat in France, but it hasn't ran over hurdles. And back to his roots tomorrow. I thought he was very impressive first time out in Fairy House in November, and I actually backed him that day for the Triumph Hurdle at 10-1 or 12-1 I think it was. But I cashed out the bet then later when I seen Lossymouth, but he didn't get a great ride that day in Fairy House in December. He was off for a good while then. He's in 4th place here, coming around the turn for home.
Then a Jacobit Cavern and Sensa turning into the straight of the final flight, and the Ballymore champion 4-year-old hurdle. It's Gala Marceau tracked in by Lossymouth. Zarak the Brave after them in third and closing up the inside. It's a wave of 3 on the run towards the final flight, and it's Lossymouth now centre the front from Zarak the Brave. In third is Gala Marceau. They come to the final flight. The leader is Lossymouth from Zarak the Brave, and over the last, it's Lossymouth from Zarak the Brave. Now there's 2 legs between them. In third place is Gala Marceau. It's Lossymouth in front. Is a joy. Lossymouth wins the Ballymore.
An extra cup, 3 furlongs. They were all 2 mile races. It was at 2 miles 3 tomorrow. The favourite in France, he was 8-15 the last day in a grade 2. It was beaten the time before.
C7, Lou Fast and Le Philosophe as it comes towards the second last in this Group 2 Pre-Amadou, the 4-year-old hurdles race, and up and over it is Losange Bleu still out in front. John Cadete hasn't gone away just yet, but starting to be pushed along a little bit. Likewise, Authority 7 in third place. This is the last flight of hurdles, the 12th and last, and it is Losange Bleu still out in front. A mistake on landing by Authority 7. John Cadete coming under pressure, but Losange Bleu forwards from 6 starts prior to today. He was runner-up in the Group 3 latest, but looks like going one better in this Pre-Amadou here this afternoon. And Losange Bleu pushed out by...
He stayed on well there, and he was neat and nimble over the hurdles as well. It just shows you the difference in prices there. The Green Bouquet, 11-8 for Zarak the Brave, 9-2, and the other 365 is 9-4, and the French horse is a 2-1 favourite. Some difference there. But at 9-2, some of them was looking, doing an each way Yankee or an each way accumulator or an each way something tomorrow. Lost and Blue at 9-2 looks a nailed on each way bet at 9-2. Like, but Zarak the Brave won us £6 the last day, so that's the one we will go for. I was looking for an outsider because there's always outsiders in Naas. We have faced the puck out, he won, but I think he needs it. If it was Hawk Deep tomorrow, he won a couple of races for us last year. Like he won off 54, wasn't he? Fairly a certainty that day. He was 11-2 into 100-30. Then he came out 5 days later and he hosed up again. He was odds against 2 odds on. But he ran very well in the last day as well, but that was heavy ground. But on the ground, if it's supposed to be good to Ferrum, Navaggio. This won a maiden in the Curragh, and you have to be a sort of slightly above average to win a maiden in the Curragh. And that was last May on yielding ground when he was with Johnny Murtagh, rated 79 at the time. He sort of went stale in the autumn. Tony Murray be listening to me. In the autumn last year. Changed yards then. Ran a good race on soft to heavy first time out. But in that good handicap then won by Earls the last day. They weren't too busy on him. He was sort of out the back and they just let him jot home. But with the ground more suitable, I thought, tomorrow, even looking back when he ran in 2 maidens when he was third first time out and second time out. Both were in the, well, one was in Curragh and one in Cork, but it was on good ground. So he being an outsider, 12-1. Many places are playing there. Paying 4. Blue Zimper, like, he's well bred. By Gleneagles out of Oasis, Dream Mayor. But there was a few of them I thought there was sort of question marks out about them. Independent expert, he needs cut. Navaggio. So Dylan Brown, McMonigal, maybe. Just trying to bet small, win big. Anyway, it's time to go. Racing in Roscommon on Monday. I didn't get a chance to look at the card yet, but I won't get a chance to look tonight, but I might get a chance to look at it tomorrow. I only got back chance with the comments in the last half an hour. It was one of those days and one of those mornings. So bash the bookies, over and out.